Not involved. We'll stick with not involved until we've got all the clues. Okay, back to Kew Gardens. Right, let's talk to this guy first, Mr. Hamish, and see what he knows. Probably nothing, as usual. Useless.
Can you tell me if you saw Mr. Montague Dunn on the day of his death?
Yes, of course. I met him, and we went to see Albert, his son, at around 9:30. He appeared quite calm.
What were you doing on the morning of the accident?
After paying multiple visits to Albert, I had a little talk with Miss White. Then I returned to my desk to complete some paperwork. Suddenly I observed that Mr. Dunn was not feeling well, so I ran immediately to fetch Albert. I clearly remember that it was around 10:30, for I was late that morning.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Now we shall talk to Albert to see if his alibi holds up.
Your father's death does seem highly suspicious. What were your movements here on that day?
Suspicious? Well, I was working in the seed house, taking care of Lysa something, or Lear Pontus, or... No, wait. Ah, these Latin names. And I spent so many hours trying to memorize them.
Did you see your father that day?
Yes. He came here with Mr. Hamish for his weekly visit. There was nothing unusual about that.
And then?
Nothing. They stepped out to the backyard. It was perhaps 20 minutes before 10 o'clock. Then about 10 minutes later, I saw my father heading for the dry tropics room while Mr. Hamish returned here.
And Mr. Hamish and Miss White, what were they both doing that morning?
Mr. Hamish visited me a couple of times. I also saw him returning from talking with Miss White, and that was at 10 minutes past 10. But then he ran back here to me to tell me that my father was feeling unwell. We hurried across to the water lily room, and I found my father lying dead on the floor. Oh, my God.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Alright, now time to talk to the girl. So their times really don't match up. They're close, but they don't exactly match up. Like, they were always about 20 minutes off, 10 minutes maybe. We'll see what she knows.
Can you tell me what Mr. Dunn was doing upon the day of his death?
I can, but there is nothing very special to say. I was in the laboratory when I saw Mr. Dunn heading towards me. Tuesday is the day of his weekly visit. It was supposed to be at 9, but he was 10 minutes late, as usual.
And then?
Well, he came in to say good morning. Then I saw him spend 2 or 3 minutes by the plants outside the laboratory. After that, he ran out in the direction of the nursery, where Mr. Hamish was working. He was always in a rush during the inspection, you see. I would pity anyone who stood in his way.
And that was the last time you saw him?
Yes. I stayed in the laboratory until 20 minutes to 11, when I heard the cries of Albert and Mr. Hamish from the large glass house.
I joined them as soon as I could, for I knew that something must be very wrong.
What exactly were you doing in the laboratory?
I was recording an experiment for my thesis. I only stopped my work once when Mr. Hamish visited me briefly around 10 o'clock.
You say you were recording an experiment when the tragedy occurred. Might I listen to the roll?
Certainly. Please do. You will find it in the laboratory. It is number 320.
Thank you, miss.
Sometime later.
Everyone has gone, Holmes. The way is clear.
That's nice. Oh. Oh, what the fuck? Alright. Inhaling the spores. Escaping the room. Is that not it? So that was it. Then what? It just stops there.
When Montague Dunn was standing close by the plants, the caterpillars were released
Through the
and
ventilator.
caused the deadly spores to activate. Panicking, and likely already half asphyxiated, Montague Dunn started back and knocked over the bust. He rushed to the door, but it was locked. He had to force it open with his shoulder. We already know the outcome. Montague Dunn collapsed and died not far from the pool. Well, it is time to perform our experiment on the ventilation system. The caterpillars could only fall from the ventilation duct. Our caterpillars are in place. I'll activate the ventilation system so that they fall down. Watson, stay here and observe.
All right, Holmes.
Where do I go? How do I activate the ventilation system? This? Nope. Nope. I think I go outside actually. At least I think. Is this for the ventilator? So it is.
We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
Interesting. The nursery. Whose desk is this? Hamish's desk.
This is one of the outlets of the ventilation system.
Outlets. Okay, so it keeps going. What is this anyway? I can't do anything with it. Okay, we'll keep going. And here it keeps going into the seed house. Oh lord. Where is it now? Here we go.
From here, we are unable to see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room. This is one of the outlets of the ventilation system.
Switch
The
on.
power is on.
And let's start it.
The engine has started. The ventilation system is working.
How nice. Guess we should visit all the rooms now and see what's going on. What about this window? Can you see anything from this window? Nope.
Excellent. This ventilation fan is working. Let us see if I can activate the other one.
Yep, let's go to Hamish's desk. I think I just missed it, actually.
Perfect. Now I just need to find Watson to check the result.
It works perfectly, Holmes. Bravo. Now, if you could just help me to get rid of these caterpillars.
Perfect. Now we know how the murder of Montague Dunn was carried out, by activating both Albert's and Mr. Hamish's fans.
But only from Mr. Hamish's workplace would it be possible to see when Montague Dunn entered the Colonial Collection Room.
Hamish's opportunity. Martin Hamish had the opportunity to stimulate the deadly plants in the Colonial Collection Room. As a biologist, he would have understood the technicality of how to do this. Martin Hamish could be the killer. He had the opportunity to steal the Divine Syndicate plants and stimulate them from his workplace directly after he had locked the Montague Dunn inside the collection room. Effect the arrest of Martin Hamish. I don't think we have every clue though. Maybe, but maybe we don't. I don't.
Let's go to Scotland Yard.
Yes, let's. Okay. We haven't seen Lestrade all case, so I think it'd be a nice welcome, I guess. Be a nice welcome. So he is guilty, or he's not. Usually there's like a big orange bowl that says he is guilty, but not this time. Maybe it's just Lestrade, hello.
Inspector, I believe that Martin Hamish is guilty of the murder of Montague Dunn.
Aha! I knew it. I'll send the lads around to arrest him.
Very good. I shall wait to hear from you.
Some time later.
Inspector, I came here as quickly as I could.
Martin Hamish is in the large glass house. There's no need to hurry.
Yep, okay. I guess we should interrogate him then. The large glass house, that's this one, isn't it?